Sandhini, tell me, what is your project here? What have you been missioned to do?
Thanks very much, Judith. So this is a special exhibition called Indra's Net, which is an invitation from Eva Longre, the director of Frieze. And we have brought together 18 artists from all around the world, different generations. Many of them are Asian and several of them are also Latin American. But the idea was to bring in voices that aren't normally part of the London art scene. Some of these artists are showing at Frieze for the first time. Many of them haven't had institutional exhibitions here before. So really a chance to bring in new ideas, new stories, new artists into the context of this very global art fair.
So for example, there's a gallery from Ho Chi Minh Ville.
Yes.
So could you speak about the artist?
Yes, so this is the first time that an artist and a gallery has come in from Vietnam, from Ho Chi Minh. And this is a gallery, Judith, that's been around for 20 years. So extremely important in the local context. Somebody who's been really galvanizing support and collectorship and interest in Southeast Asian art and specifically Vietnamese art. And Tuan Andrew Nguyen, who is well known, he's an artist who also shows with Jean Scohan Gallery in New York, a very well-known filmmaker and sculptor who also started this collective called the Propeller Group. But he's come in as a solo artist for Frieze, and we're showing two sculptures, both of which have to do with the legacy of the Vietnam War.
But also about Calder.
And also about Calder. So there are two pieces. One of them is called Broken into 1,000 Arms, and it takes a found sculpture of a bodhisattva, which in Buddhism is a compassionate being. This is a sandalwood sculpture where some of the arms are missing. So what Tuan does is he's very interested in how history and the trauma that's related to history can become transposed or transformed into actually a space of healing. And so these broken limbs, these missing limbs of the Bodhisattva have actually been cast by the artist using brass artillery shells that are unfortunately a residue of the Vietnam War. And so the mudras of the Bodhisattva have once again become mudras or gestures of compassion and of healing. And what you see with this piece is this beautiful halo, also made out of these brass artillery shells, which you can actually play with a gong. And he has tuned it to healing properties, to a healing frequency. The relationship to Calder is interesting because this work is related to a video that he made where this young woman sees herself as the reincarnation of Alexander Calder. And her mother is suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. You know, the father dies because of one of these artillery shells. She's living with her mother. She's the caretaker of the mother, and she finds these salvaged materials, transforms them into instruments of healing, and starts to heal her mother.
Merci.